can't believe it. Here in the Notsam Studio for the first time, which I feel like is long overdue. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got a new comedy special available now at louisck.com. It's called Killbox. The man himself, the legend, Robert Kelly's here.
I don't understand. I live right that we're Bestchester boys.
Bestchester boys. I feel like we probably should have been doing this the entire pandemic.
We should have been. We would be superstars.
We could have been in person the whole time.
Yes, we could have just been. I could have come here every day. We would have had the Bob and Sam show.
Yeah, but that's the other thing about moving out to the suburbs is that like once you hunker down into your house, you don't really want to leave.
No, I'd come here. I'm fine with coming here.
I'd come to your place too. Once you, but you have to do it that first time, right? Like,
It would wind up here, dude. I mean, your studio is. I mean, this is nuts. And your neighborhood. I mean, look, we're Bestchester, so all the neighborhoods are kind of nice.
Everything's great.
Yeah, there's nothing up here that you're like, but this is great. I mean, we could have been moguls.
We could have been digital content kings.
Moguls. Yeah. People, Andrew Schultz would be coming to us going, how'd you do it?
How'd you do it? And you know what we'd say?
Yeah.
That's for us to know, Schultz.
Yeah. Rogan would be like, hey guys, can I come on? We'd be like, shh, no.
No, I don't think so.
I like Rogan. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Rogan could come. Maybe Schultz could come on.
I'd like to tell, I like both of them. They're sweet guys. They're probably the nicest guys I know.
I don't know why I'm even smelling the idea of hypothetical success. And I'm like, no.
You're tasting the fame.
I love it.
Once you taste it, it gets in you. Fucking no one.
You love, wow, look, I mean, you've got to be feeling it now, right? Killbox comes out. People are like, oh, this is a great special. Yeah. And you're going, this is what I've been waiting for. This is it.
Yeah, and then Ari releases Jew and then sucks all the steam out. Hey, it's a free on YouTube. Thanks, Ari.
Was there ever a period of time that you were like that guy? Like that you were that like fame hungry?
First of all, his special goes against everything his special is named after.
The thing about Ari putting out Jew now, it feels choreographed. Like anti-Semitism becomes the hottest talking point in the world. And Ari's like, hey, you guys see my special?
Yeah, Jew. I think he paid Yeezy.
I think so too.
I think he paid him. I really do.
He at least paid Kyrie.
He did. He made some payments.
Yeah.
I think the Jewish community got behind us. What you going to do? Make fun of us, do some stuff, and then Adi will be big star.
The Jewish community sounds like Borat.
I'm not good at accents. That's Jim Norton's thing.
Yeah, accents and characters. I heard the homeless pimp sent me a clip of you talking to Chug, the food guy. You know, the sandwich guy. Yeah, and saying that he didn't know who Chip Chipperson was.
It made me so happy that I said to some he's famous. He's got a lot of followers. He's big on the Soch, as we call it.
He's a Soch star.
A Soch megastar. Mm-hmm. And I go, you know who, do you know who Chip Chipperson is? No. I think I said Jim Norton. He didn't know, which made me happier. But the fact that he doesn't know Chip or Doug or Edgar, any of them. Yeah, you're sitting next to a person who is slowly going insane.
I remember, it's like you feel so good when the people around you don't know what that is. Because like I remember early on when I was doing stuff with WWE, one of the wrestlers came up to me and he just like tapped me on the back and he had a piece of cake from catering. And he was like, here, I thought the chipper might want this.
No.
Yeah. Cake for the chipper.
No.
He said, I was like, not here. This was supposed to be mine.
Oh, because he seeps into everything.
He does.
He's like he's a virus.
He really is.
He really is. He's like venom. You know the venom that with a thing, and it just sucks
and
into
watch it, and it covers the skin and everything.
It just gets in it. Chipperson gets in everywhere.
It does.
I mean, all my shows. This one of those scumbags is gonna go, Cow's bells. Or what's that? I mean, it's just terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. He uses his power for evil.
Right. Especially because like all the references are at the worst possible times too. The worst possible what's that?
It's so bad, dude.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. But God bless him. God bless this business. They reward insane people.
Yeah. So was there ever, I mean, we were talking about being fame hungry.
Yeah.
Was there ever a time when you were like that guy that you were like, no, I'm here to be a megastar. I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when you were younger.
Well, when I first moved to New York, you kind of needed that. You needed that edge because, look, I'm going on stage with Norton, Patrice, Tony Woods, Keith, Chappelle, Jay Moore, Jim Brewer. I mean, the list goes on. These are the people that were at the club every night. So you needed that. I'm the motherfucker. Or you'd just quiver up and die in the corner because you were terrified. But, then when you start to get fame, fame is a weird thing because you don't know when it's going to come, if it ever does come. Because fame, people think that, there's luck involved. There's opportunity, there's luck. Like this thing likes you and they like you and you said this and you did this and that happened and all of a sudden you're famous. I've had it a couple times where I was like, this is it. Like, I buckled my seatbelt because we're about to go on the fame roller coaster ride and I'm going to be huge. I started buying stuff in my head. The one I remember the most, I think I've said this before, but I booked my first pilot it was such a crazy event. I went to LA. You used to have to go to LA for pilot season. So you'd have to be out there for 2-3 months because that's where the auditions were. They didn't have video things, stuff like that. You had to be in the casting director.
Right. You couldn't zoom in or send in a tape.
There was none of that. You could send in a tape, but they're not watching it.
Right.
So you would have, as an actor, would go to LA for a couple months and rent something. So I went out there. This girl who I was seeing, who I kind of liked a lot over the years, was a stripper in Hermosa Beach, said, come stay with me. And
come on.
Hermosa Beach, perfect place to do auditions. It's an hour and 20 minutes outside of Hollywood. That's a good place to go. With LA traffic, it's 7 hours away from any audition.
You might as well be in Texas.
I could have stayed in New York and flew in, went right to the audition and went back. But anyways, I knew now, here's the thing, because over the years, I've gained weight and lost weight. I've been, oh my God, Bobby. And then I've been, hey.
You've been, oh my God, Bobby. And oh my God, Bobby.
Yeah, they've been, oh my God, Bobby. And oh my God, Bobby. Yeah. But there's people forget about the middle where it's like, hey, Bobby. It's like, something's wrong, man. You ain't you. You ain't a fat piece of shit yet, but you're not. Yeah. Oh my God, Bobby.
Right, oh my God, Bobby has slipped away right out of our grips.
It's more like, oh, Bobby. So I had showed up. I think I was, oh, Bobby. Because as soon as she picked me up at the airport, I felt the vibe. It wasn't like 2 months ago when we made these plans.
Yeah.
She wasn't into me anymore. I'm staying at her house for pilot season.
And she wasn't.
I remember that night she dropped me off and went out. She said, I'll be right back. And I don't know where she went. I was just at this girl's house. I didn't know. Well, you know what I mean? And she came back. And I think we had some dinner and then we went to bed. And I remember she didn't, like, this was my girl. Like, we were going to do stuff.
Yeah.
And didn't happen. Like, it's like sleeping with your sister.
Like you just shared a bed.
Yeah, it was like sleeping with your sister, but not the sexy way.
What?
I mean, not the, sorry.
Not your stepsister, your sister.
Yeah, yes. So, but yeah, I remember, and I knew it, dude. So every day got worser and worser, and like it got more tense. So I wound up calling my friend Joe Yannetti, who was living out there. I was living over in Venice, much closer to all the auditions. I grabbed my shit in the middle of the night when she went to go strip and show her her hot potato for $1.
Sure, that's what they call it in LA. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, give me
what do you show your hot potato for $1?
Yeah, give me a nickel to see my light switch. Hey, you got any change?
I didn't realize it was 1950s pilot season.
Yeah, you got any change you want to throw my way to see the door, my little winky door? So I went over there. I grabbed all my stuff, went to his house, him and his wife, who's a comic, and I slept on a floor on an air mattress with like a bubble in it.
Oh. So you're on the plane and you're going, I'm headed out to LA to be famous. It's pilot season. Obviously, 100%. I'm going to land at least one, if not more.
Right.
I'm going to hang with this stripper. I'm going to live with her.
Smoking hot.
Yeah. We're going to, who knows? I'm going to have to wake up for these auditions after nights full of debauchery.
Just nuts.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah, this is rock star Bobby.
Yeah.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Tommy Lee, baby. Tommy Lee Kelly. Woo. Yeah.
And it's just the rude awakening.
I'm on a mattress, being a marriage counselor to Joe and his wife because they were fighting all the time. And yeah, it was terrible.
And
but
at the same now, and then how were the pilots going during the day?
Oh, terrible. I was auditioning in LA is so humiliating. First of all, you have to park your car like so far away, or you have to drive on the lot and they just let you know that you're nobody. Yeah. But you're so close to somebody.
You can see somebody.
You can smell fame. Mm-hmm. Like you're walking through a lot that you saw on a TV show. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm here.
And if somebody were to make the choice, you're in the environment where a person could make the choice to make you somebody.
Right.
But they're not.
I'm literally right there when you don't know who it is. Anybody could be like, you, kid.
Yeah.
And you're walking then you have to go to these bungalows. So you have to park way over here. Then you have to walk through fame. You have to walk through your dream to get to some bungalow where there's just 18 other losers.
You have to see your dream and then leave it.
And then walk through it and say goodbye, yes.
Okay, then now I'm after the dream is over.
Now you're in a bungalow with other losers just whispering to themselves the lines. And then you got to Robert Kelly, some person who hates you just because you're here. And then you walk in. Okay, you ready? Oh my God. Thank you for making this fun. Yeah. Thank you for making this conducive for acting. I'm going to pretend at a high level in my late 20s, early 30s in front of a room full of people who don't like me. Yeah. And you've already picked the guy. You already know it's not me.
That's why they're annoyed, because they're like, I shouldn't have to be here. I already know it's not you.
I would have to have a sparkler shoot out of my ass to get you to be like, wow, this is different. Yeah. So, and then you have to walk back through your dream, mumbling your lines, mumbling the lines that you messed up, that you know. So you're mumbling to yourself. I should have done it that way.
Why couldn't you remember what?
You don't tell me who. I'll tell you who you are. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. I was reading my. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I was reading my line for the audition. I already did.
They're quiet on the set. They're filming. Oh, they're actually doing my dream right there.
And you don't even know. Like you don't even know. You're not even close enough to your dream to know to shut up. They're like, shut up. They're doing your dream.
And then you're in your car. You have to leave. And then you're on a highway, the 405 back to Hermosa, which is 7 days away.
or you're on the highway going, well, at least I have that air mattress waiting for me.
Oh yeah, I got an air mattress. I get to go home to screaming Italians and an air mattress.
Yeah.
But it was terrible. It was just so bad. But what happened is I wound up. I had my rollerblades.
Nice.
So I started rollerblading a lot and playing basketball with, of all people, Nick Swartzen.
Wow.
Who I love. Who he lived over in Santa Monica at the time, and we would play basketball, him and Dane and me, and I'd rollerblade. So I just got into exercising. Mm-hmm. I remember it's funny because, so then, okay, I wound up booking an audition. So now Dawn, my wife now, we were disjointed at the time.
Yeah, you had just gone, you were going to live with a stripper.
I was going to live with a stripper. She was living in Boston. I went back to New York, was coming back over to LA. Mm-hmm. And she moved to LA. So now I come back to LA because I had a little thing. Something was happening with a pilot or something. Mm-hmm. So I went back to LA and stayed with her as friends. Wow. But we still, you know what I mean? She still liked me a lot. I liked her, a little bit. And my favorite Patrice joke, my chick's been with me for 7 years. My chick's been with me for 7 years. I've been with her for 3 months. If you're a guy and you don't relate to that, I don't want to talk to you. But, yeah, I wound up going back out there because I did an audition. I walked in the room, one of these shit things again. I walked in, fucked it up, fucked the lines up. So before I leave, I literally stop myself at the door. And I go, can I please read it again? And the lady was like, no, you did good. That was great. Get the fuck out. I got 19 other people, okay? The producer was in the room. See, when you usually audition, you audition for the casting director, then you make it to producers, then you make it to director, producers, then you can get the part. The producer was right there. This was called a producer session, which is great when you can get in. He goes, let him do it again. Most actors don't want to get it right. And this guy was Frank Lupo, who who wrote the A-Team and Hunter.
Wow. Made Mr. T a star.
He was huge.
Yeah.
All his shows were hit. Hunter was a hit. A-Team was massive.
Yeah.
And he's making this new show. And so I go back in, I nail it. You know what I mean? And then I go, thank you very much. I appreciate letting me do it again, because now I don't have to talk to myself on the way drive back on the 405 of death. So I go back and Dawn's out there. I wound up staying with her. She's like, stay with me. Her roommate fucked her and left. She needed somebody to kind of help her with the rent. I wound up staying with her in Santa Monica. And I got a call back like, listen, they want you for this. And it went so fast. It went from like my agent called me. They want to give you $9,500. And I'm like $950? He's like, no, $9,500. He goes,
I would $95. All right.
He goes, I wouldn't work for you if it was $950. Yeah. So then he goes, I'm going to get him up to, he got him up to $15,500. So I don't know if you know this, but that's my quote. So any other show that I book, they have to start there.
Right.
That's what the SAG or the business does. So I'm at $15,500. I'm shaking. That's an episode.
Right. Per episode.
Never mind per diem. They give you like money, cash in an envelope to buy lunch. What? It doesn't make, show business doesn't make sense.
Right.
So they call me back. They go, we're going to let you know by Tuesday. So I'm with Dawn. I'm literally praying. I'm on my knees like, God, please, help me get this. If you give me this, I swear to God, I'll never do that stuff I do. I'll never look at those sites again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I get the call. They didn't give it to you.
Oh.
So my heart's broken. But they go, they like you so much. Frank likes you so much, he wants to give you this other part. It pays $6,000. Well, it was $5,000. You're in the first pilot episode. You get killed in the first episode. And my agent's like, you should take this. This is good people to, I go, okay, cool. Heart's broken. So I wound up going down to San Diego to film this. I leave Dawn. I go down there, and I got to go to wardrobe. I think it was supposed to be a hip hop dude because all the wardrobe at the time was hip hop, and they didn't know that they gave it to me. So it's all baggy shit, You know what I mean? And boots with no laces and shit. So I'm like, hey, and she goes, yeah, they had somebody else, but it didn't work out. That's why you got the part. So we couldn't change the wardrobe.
Yeah, I love that. We can give per diems. We can pay $15,000 an episode. We're not changing the wardrobe.
Not. And then I had a goatee, and the guy who got the part, he had a goatee. We look very similar because that's why they were up against each other. Oh. So they were like, you need to shave your, and then he's like, I can't do it. I look too young. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not, that actor, fuck you. I know what I want. I'm going to get it. And I'll step on your face to get it, you asshole, wherever you're from, Boston, goatee. You're shaving that goatee. And they gave me a mustache.
So, you're not built for a mustache, man.
You know what? That's exactly how to say it.
You're not built for a mustache, dude. There are people who I would say, you should try the stash. Like, I know you wouldn't think, you should try the stash. I would never say that to you.
I am not built for a stash.
You're not.
No, a goatee.
Goatee you could pull off.
100%.
Easily. You could even, I think you could do a full beard if you wanted
Dude,
to.
I could do a D'Artagnan, a Three Musketeer.
Absolutely.
Little tiny dot. I can do the dot, the jazz dot.
Soul patch.
Soul patch.
Soul patch Bobby.
Soul patch Kelly.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
But a mustache?
Nope.
Never.
Dude,
Never.
It was bad. So now look at me. I'm dressed like a hip hop guy. I have a hat and I got a mustache. I look ridiculous. If somebody can find it, it's called Adrenaline Run. Oh. If anybody can find this footage, I have it somewhere, dude. If I got to find my reel. I have a reel of acting, dude. Wow. I got one where I play a gay roommate and I dance around in a gold lame G-string. I have one, oh dude, so many. But we wound up getting this thing I'm on it. I'm so naive. Dude, I don't even know. So now I'm building up. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I got it. I'm sitting out first day in front of my trailer, smoking. And the lady is, sir, is there anything wrong with your trailer, Mr. Kelly? I go, what? I didn't know it was my trailer. It had my name from the character. I didn't
You don't think, you're like, I'm not the type of guy who has a trailer. Like,
dude, I freaked out. I'm like, no, it's good. I just want some air. I go in, dude. I'm like, oh my, I sat in everything, all the lights. I took a shit. And you know what I mean?
yeah, you didn't even have to. But just because you could.
It was like, wow. I mean, dude, that's when I knew that the names on the trailer is the character names, not your real name. They can't put Brad Pitt on the thing. They have to put Sal.
That's
You know what I mean?
so
Or whatever.
funny, of course. That's like when tourists are walking through New York. And I mean, for years, it was like, this must be where they're doing the I Love Lucy thing.
Yeah.
Because it says Desi and whatever for the men's and the women's bathroom.
Right. No,
on
that's
all
what
the
they
trailers.
say. Yeah.
That's what they all say. Yeah.
Yeah, I learned that too because I was looking. I was like, "Where do I go to the bathroom? Is there?" I got. So, anyways, I get this thing. I wound up the head of Fox, the head of the studio, Stu Siegel, and Frank Lupo are hanging out one day, and I'm a ball buster, and Frank loves that. So I walk up and I start busting the guy's balls, like Frank, and then this guy. I don't even know it's Stu Siegel. He's the owner of the studios down in San Diego. He's huge. And I go, where'd you get that shirt, you Walmart hunter? What are you doing? What are you doing? You going to dumpsters for that? It doesn't even fit, you chubby bastard. I'm smashing these guys. Right?
Do they like it?
The Fox people loved it, and Frank was dying. And all of a sudden you see this guy kind of break, and he was like, this guy's funny. All right. They come back to me. They want you as a series regular. They love you so much. They just want you around set.
And that's what you mean by luck. And like there is that element of skill, but if you're not going up and busting those guys' balls, that's not happening.
And in TV and in movies, you know, when my acting teacher told me this once, be nice on set, be likable. Because a lot of times when they cast things, it's like, what about him? He was great. He's awesome. But do we really want, do we want to work with him for 7 years? A big famous story with Patrice with Chris Rock.
Yeah.
It's like, do we want to work with Patrice? Nah, just give it to Terry. He was the dad.
I remember on O&A when Chris Rock was in studio and looked, and that was when it was like he looked Patrice in the face and said, no. That was your part.
Yeah.
That was the conversation that happened. This isn't like rumor or hypothetical. It's like, I'm telling you, that's how it went down.
Yeah, he'd still be alive today. No, I'm kidding. Sorry for all the Patrice fans out there. Yeah, but he was like, we want you around, dude. So it's like they, that, and I was, they knew I could act, whatever. So they go back into negotiation. We get him back up to 9.5.
Okay.
I'm in the show.
Okay.
So now I got a trailer. I mean, dude, you don't understand how well they treat you when you're filming something. Dude, they shut down the highway one morning at rush hour to film a scene. There's so much power in television and movie making and show business. You can't help but get drugged with it.
Yeah.
You have a trailer. You have somebody that, whatever you need, Mr. Kelly, you get a hotel room. You get shuttled back and forth everywhere. You get coffees, whatever you want is yours. Then they give you envelopes of cash to just for shits and giggles. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm making what a teacher makes every day.
Every day.
Shits and giggles. This is my shits and giggles money.
Right.
Right?
Right. Does that come out of your salary? No. There's the salary, and then there's the shits, and then there's the giggles.
Yeah, that's the shits and giggles.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, maybe a chip, maybe a movie.
Yeah.
Take a shits and giggles.
Nobody's asking.
Nobody's asking. It's in my little thing. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, there's $150 in here. I don't know.
It's for meals, but all the food over there is free. So
yeah.
I don't
they literally they feed me all day long.
Right.
All day long.
Yeah. Here's some free food, here's free clothes, and here's money for food and clothes.
They literally have a table that is consistently filled with snacks all day long called craft services. You can't get hungry on a set of anything.
Man, people wonder
Yeah.
why show business is so intoxicating and why people get so weird and protective over it.
It's so bad, dude. I remember I was down in San Diego staying at the beautiful Marriott when Marriotts were good. when antique furniture was in. Yeah, but when my grandmother's bureau was hot in a hotel room. But is that floral pattern chairs?
Oh my.
My. My. Is that a desk with a fake little drawer? My.
Don't pull it, sir. It doesn't open here.
Do you guys have 14K modem? This is speedy. That's a square TV. But dude, I remember going to the mall to buy sneakers, and I was walking with my hat curled down and like this because I like people might recognize me.
Oh, Bob.
Fame got a hold of me, brother.
You embraced it.
Dude, listen, it was
You
bad.
became that guy, famous Bobby. I didn't realize that was one of the Bobbies.
That was one of the
famous
Bobbies.
Bobby.
Yeah, famous Bobby.
How long did famous Bobby last for?
Oh, he lasted until the pilot didn't get picked up.
After all that.
Until they were like, yeah, it ain't happening. They didn't even call you to say it ain't happening. It just fades away. The phone, like all the people you talk to all the time, the other actors, these relationships fade away like dead people. Like when people die out of your life, they're gone, and then it just fades away. Like it's really intense. The first week they're dead.
Right.
You're remembering, crying, eating and talking, and then it fades away.
Right. And then just over. I don't know, I guess.
Do you have a grandmother? Oh, she died.
Oh, yeah,
She's
that's
gone,
right.
yeah.
I forgot I had a grandma. Yeah.
Same thing with actors. Your family, la familia.
Right.
And then it's dead.
And that first week after the show, it's like, I can't believe it. We really had something special. And then within 2 months, it's like, I don't know. I don't remember.
Hey, man, I'll call you later this afternoon. I'm on a set right now. They get something else.
But this is why
I'm just rollerblading down Venice Beach by myself, thinking of Wendy.
It's why famous people are so weird, because you could go through that roller coaster of emotions. Mm-hmm. It's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It is gonna happen. We won. Well, we didn't win here. We won over there. Oh, yeah, actually, we thought we lost, but now we won. You go through all that, and then one day they're just like, no, it's not gonna get picked up. We'll move on to the next one. See you down the road. And you're like, well, so you're telling me that whole journey was for nothing?
It is such an emotional roller coaster being an actor. I don't like people always give actors shit for being just phony garbage. Mm-hmm. They have to be to survive, or they'd all hang themselves. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You're going from being a god to being nothing in days. You're going from this opportunity. This could, like, I remember, who was it? Billy Gardell. You know Billy Gardell?
Yeah, sure. He's yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah. He's had a couple of sitcoms, right?
Yeah, he's had a bunch of sitcoms. But I remember when I was in LA doing pilot season with him, the same year, by the way. Mm-hmm. And we were both in for this pilot, and he came up to me and he said, you ever hear we're in this room, and there's all these actors and us, just me and him. Mm-hmm. And he goes, you ever hear what Seinfeld said when he was auditioning for Seinfeld? He goes, I could always tell the comedians from the actors. Mm-hmm. Because the comedians, the actors are reading their lines, rehearsing, and they have the energy of this is it. This could be the moment I'm waiting for. This could be my big moment. And the comics are sitting there, not reading their lines, with the energy of, this is fucking up my whole afternoon. God damn it. Oh.
Well, yeah, because and that's probably, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing of being a comic or figuring out how to get your content direct to your audience, like you did with Killbox, where it's like, yeah, who doesn't want to get treated like a god? Everybody wants to get treated like a god. But ultimately, you cannot put your life in the hands of somebody else, because for some people, like, if that's all you do.
Do you know why?
Why?
They can take it away whenever they want.
If that's all that
they can't take this away.
Exactly.
They can't take this away. They say, are you, like, I always hear this question. Are you worried about all the, you have to be censored? You have to censor your stuff? Do you have all the political correct? I'm like, no, that's for actors.
Right.
No, comedians, we don't have to do that because but we don't have a boss.
Right.
I have fans. These fans who watch your show are supporting you. Your fans support me. I put this out that I was on your show. My fans go, and support you.
Right.
We go direct to the seller, the buyer.
Right.
We there's no middleman with us.
Right.
You understand?
Yes, it's so important.
So Killbox, I remember we were coming up with the name Killbox. You know, he was the first one. He's like, "What are you going to name it?" And I go, "I wanted to name it remember AIDS, because that's one of the jokes. Remember AIDS. I just love that. Would be like, do you see Remember AIDS? And I'm like, I know we can't name it that. It's AIDS, and he goes, buddy, we can name it whatever you want. We can name it your mother's dumb cunt shits out dead babies. Yeah. And I was like, what?
He's like, Louis like, this is just my website.
This is my website, dude. You can name it whatever the fuck. Yeah, dead baby cunt from your mother's puss.
Well, what will they say? What will who say? It's louisck.com. That's right. It.
That's right. So I was like, wow, we're there. Like, oh yeah, this is why we're doing this.
Right. Right. I mean, that's why, when the first thing when we got a house, build a studio in the basement, because there is no, well, what if they don't like it? Just
go do it.
Yeah.
And the people will tell you.
Right.
They'll tell you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I've been making a living off my podcast for years. Am I Rogan? No. But am I making a living? Yes. So the people told me I'm mediocre. But
well, that's the other thing. I feel like you've gotten to this great place, and that's what I was kind of asking about, like fame and everything, where it's like, I feel like for so long people are like, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. I feel like you are one of the people that's figured out this is there. You're there. This is this is already there.
100%. I've finally realized I did it. Yeah. I have a home. I shelter my family. I have cars. I buy food, and I do what I love, and I make money at it. I did it.
You don't have a boss, dude.
No.
You don't have, literally don't have a boss.
And now with that information, with the fact that, okay, I didn't, you always like, I have to become him. Mm-hmm. And then I can relax. Then I made it. No, you've made it right now.
This is it.
So now what does that give you? The power of no.
Right.
The power of, hey, you want to come do this? No, I'll do it for this.
Right.
I'm not doing it for that. Why? But you could become famous off this. Buddy, I'm already good.
Right.
I'm there.
Right. Yeah. You start thinking like best case scenario.
Yeah.
This thing is successful that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
And then I have to continue to not want to do it to be famous. Or I could just keep providing for my family and do everything that I want to do.
It's like, listen, man, I'm doing it. So, we want to put you in a movie. Okay, great. I have things that, will you come and audition? No. No.
Of course not.
I've been in movies and television for 30 years. I can act if you want me to. You know? I can say no. Some things I can go, I'll audition. I'll go down and do that for you. Gigs are the most important thing. Hey, will you come down and do Monday through Monday for $1,500? No. No, I won't.
Certainly not.
You know what I mean? It's like,
but
it could be good. I don't care.
Well, you also have a family. And I feel like, so now there's like, part of your economy is your time. Like there's a value to your time. Like I can go and make $1,500 to spend a week away. Like the week with my family is worth a lot more.
10,000.
Yeah.
I have a number.
Yeah.
I have a certain thing where it's like, look, and there's some gigs where I'll be like, you know what?
Or you'll enjoy it. If you're going to go and you're going to have fun,
right? Your
friends are going to be there.
It's
a club that you like. It's a town that you like.
Yep. I can say no, but I also can say yes. So fame to me now is not like, I understand that there's the Ryan Reynolds fame, but with that, he can't be himself. Mm-mm. He has to be the thing that those people fell in love with. I can go on a show with you and be myself. I can go on, do something with Jim or Voss or, Ari Shaffir. I can do a podcast with Ari Shaffir and Lois Gomez and not fear for my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everybody can't say that.
Right. Yeah. So like, I think that now, this special, I mean, they loved it. They went and bought it, you know, and they went to Louis' site, and it was a huge success. It was like #1 on his site. I think it still is. And that's saying something because his show's up there.
Right.
His specials are up there.
His movie.
But then you look at what he did. He goes, okay, you guys took me out of your thing. I'm just going to create my own. I'm going to create my own environment.
Yeah.
This is my space. This is where I live.
Yeah.
And my fans can come here. And I like Joe List. I wrote a movie with him, and I put all these people that we like and we love their acting. And I made my own movie, and it did amazing.
Yeah.
And now he's like, Bobby, I'm going to put your special. I want to direct. Okay, great. And it crushed it on his website, and it made everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were like, wait, you can buy this. You can get all his specials.
Right.
All his specials for this. I'm going to buy Bobby's specials, but I can get the whole series and the movie.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah,
now
I'm going to go drop $10 or whatever it is for Killbox.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, but for like, however, I mean, I've seen like a bundle price. I could get all of Louis' specials while I'm up there too.
Crazy.
I'll buy all of them.
Buy them all. You have them. And it's like, okay, we don't need you anymore. You know, you don't look, you know, we did it. I don't hate Netflix or any of these Amazons either.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't feel like it's a hostile thing. It's like, if it makes sense,
Sure.
we can do that.
Yeah.
Or we can do this, which is the best.
Exactly. Like you can't say fuck Netflix, you know, fuck. No, because you might work with them on something else.
Right.
That does make sense.
Right.
It's just that we don't need them as comedians, as actors. You need them.
Yeah.
As a comedian, you don't. But your expectations, you can't have expectations. You have to be grateful for where you're at.
Right.
You have to enjoy and appreciate, you know, you can't be like, if I don't become this, then I never made it. It's like, you got to let that shit go, you know?
Yeah. And I would imagine that you got a lot of that clarity sitting in that tiny house. You know, it's good that you're in a positive mind frame because you go out, you get your family together.
I am, okay, go ahead.
You know, you get your family together,
Here
you
it
buy
comes.
this tiny little house.
Yeah, okay. Don't add tiny. You added an extra little.
It's so small.
It's tiny house.
It's a tiny, tiny little house.
It's not tiny. Now you're adding a
It's an
tiny, extra
itsy
tiny
bitsy house.
Oh my
And
God.
you
It's
go.
It's not itsy bitsy.
It's a box.
It's not a box.
What shape is it?
It is a rectangle.
Okay.
With steeples.
But you get this tiny little house, and you put it on a hill in New Hampshire.
I'm not on a hill. I bought land.
Is it flat?
Well, yes, it has to be flat. My house is on wheels.
I thought it was that.
Fucking roll down the hill.
Yeah, exactly. I thought you put those like locks on it, like on a shopping cart or something.
Yeah. You step on the back of the house.
Yeah. But I feel like you're in the middle of the forest in New Hampshire, in the smallest house you ever seen.
Okay.
And you're with two other people who you love, luckily.
I love them. You have to listen. In a tiny house, you cannot love your son and like your wife. You will murder her.
Right. But you also have to be in an okay place with yourself. Because I would think that you're spending a lot of time up there with you and your brain.
Love it.
Right.
It was one of the reasons why to go away, get out of the business, be up in the woods of New Hampshire. I would wake up every morning and the dog would wait for me. I'd grab the leash and we'd walk up these country trails.
Yeah.
I'd come back. I would sit outside, meditate. My wife would come up with a cup of coffee. The kid would go to camp. I'd go fly fishing. Me and my wife would hike in the woods behind the house. We have 500 acres of forest behind our house. Dude, we go kayaking. We pick the kid up, go kayaking. It is such I love the woods. I love trees and the country and the animals. It took me a week and a half, 2 weeks to adjust to people waving. There was one guy that waved to me every day when I walked the dog. I'm like, I finally stopped him. I'm not sucking your dick. I don't know. I'm with my kid and my wife. I'm with my dog. What are you, nuts?
He's like, but I saw you on the tiny house registry. Like, what do you mean you're not?
He was like, I'm just saying hi, neighbor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, you know, it's like a dick. He's like, no, people just wave up there.
Right.
Like people just are like, hi, it's good to see you. I actually did that when I came back to New York, and I almost got attacked. Like, who are you waving? You don't know me, bitch. I'll fucking stab you. Wave at me.
Guy took out his hatchet.
Yeah, dude, it's so much. It's a different life.
Yeah.
But the tiny house is small. It is small, but you don't need it. That's the one thing the pandemic taught me. You need one fork, one spoon, one knife, one bowl, one plate. You don't need, go up to your drops. I bet you have 77 spoons.
I have a lot of spoons in the house. There's a lot of spoons here.
Because your Coke habit back in the early 90s.
They've all got burn marks in them. They're bent.
Yeah,
It's
terrible.
bad.
Yeah, you and your wife are up there. As soon as the kids go to bed, just burning it
The
up.
kids don't want, they're like, we don't want your burnt
Yeah,
spoons.
she's
Give us
topless
a
with
new-"
an apron,
That's
burning
right.
some crack on a stove.
That's 100%, but it's after the kids go to bed.
Of course.
And that's where we draw the line.
You're not bad people.
Exactly.
You're not savages. You're not
Exactly.
crazy people.
Exactly.
They put them to down. They go to sleep, and then you burn that midnight oil.
But so where do you draw the line, right? Because you're like, you don't need it. I'm minimalist Bobby now. You went from famous Bobby to minimalist Bobby. But you've never been a minimalist as long as I've known you. You've been gadget guy Bobby.
Can we stop?
Go ahead.
I still have a house. I didn't move into the tiny house. It's my second vacation home.
It's a vacation. So you're a minimalist for a vacation. Like you're.
I bought. If you look at it, the tiny house is the biggest gadget I've ever bought.
Okay, I'm liking
Yeah,
this.
I bought a miniature home. You understand that?
Right.
I didn't go and buy a house in the woods.
A pocket-sized
Yeah,
house.
I bought a little Swiss Army knife of houses.
Yeah, you know, with this right here, you got your address book and your emails and your phone and your internet right in your pocket.
Right.
What if I told you I could fit your whole house in your pocket?
What? What's it called?
Tiny house from Maine.
I'm in, man.
We're going to Maine.
Well, that was the thing is we were thinking about this because we couldn't afford. We could have went and bought a prefab, but we just don't like the looks.
Yeah.
That house that they drive down the road on the back wide load
Right.
and it's fine for some people. I have no problem. We just didn't like that.
Yeah.
We wanted something country, and then we found tiny homes in Maine, and we went and met these people, and they were living in the house that we have. They were living in
Like the same house or they built?
same house.
Whoa.
So we were up there.
So you were like, can we just have yours? And
well,
you're like, yeah.
they were building their house right there. So while they were building that, they were living in this. But they make these homes, and they're so good. Like the construction on these things, when you shut the door, it's a vacuum. Like you can't hear outside. They're
That's sick.
made to last Maine winters.
Right.
I mean, it's so good. And they're so country cabin. You know what I mean? They did it right. So you're in it. You're like, this is what you would want a tiny home to look like.
Right. So then do you get home after that experience in the tiny house all summer going like, you don't need this, you don't need that, you don't need this, you don't need that. And you get home and you see all your gadgets.
Yeah.
And you see all your stuff that you've collected and your bandoliers and your this thing that also does that. And do you go,
Bye-bye.
I'm out the game?
I'm not out the game.
Right.
I'm in the game.
Okay.
You know, see, I got the number one gadget on the market,
What's the number one gadget?
a tiny home.
That's the gadget.
That's a gadget.
right.
But no, I'm not out the game.
Right.
I'll still buy, but I did throw a lot of my stuff out. I went back through a lot of the clothes.
Right.
I threw a lot of the sneakers, all the stupid shoes, all these things that I had. I threw a bunch of little gadgets that it's like I got rid of a lot of stuff. But I'm still in the game, dude. I just bought a bag because I'm into bags.
I know you always have been.
Dude, you're a gadget person. You need a variety. I'm looking for the perfect bag.
Okay.
The perfect backpack, travel. There's different things. I found this bag they make in Malaysia. Green Room 136. This you go in and they have this. It's like a sling,
Yeah.
but it's bigger and you can put a MacBook Pro in it
Yeah.
and an iPad Pro, and it fits all this stuff, and it has this crazy strap that's comfortable. I love it, and it's so cheap because. It's really not cheap, but it's cheap because the money on the site is in Malaysian money. So it's it's like $20 million, 20 million yakus or whatever yakaos. I don't know what the hell their money is, But then when you order it, it's only like $100-200.
Yeah.
I like that type of stuff. I just ordered so for my bag, there was no bottle holder.
Right.
So I ordered this little carabiner that goes on the side of the bag that hooks on the top of the bottle, any bottle. I like, so I'm still into gadgets, baby.
Yeah. I was accused of, when I was trying to sell Norton on this gadget that I just got, I was accused, he was like, this is, like Bob Kelly would think this, he said that's who you sound like right now.
Okay, well, you know what? This is the guy who said Twitter was stupid.
That's
Why
true.
would you need...
And now he wants to pay $8 to Elon so he can keep his check.
What are you gonna do? Why? What are you gonna say in 140 characters? Why would you do? Why would you? Instagram's dumb. Why would you want to post videos of who? iPad is just a bigger iPhone. Why would you need one? This is who you're dealing with.
That's true.
Who doesn't know. This guy, he learns technology from people. He's like the British with fashion. 10 years later, they're wearing fucking Levi's. You know what I mean?
I bought this.
Yeah.
As soon as I got it, I was like, you got to see this.
I'm like it already because it's black.
It's like $250.
Whoa.
But it's a charger. That's a battery.
Yeah.
It's got 2 high-speed USB 3.0 ports and then 2 USB-C, one that is 60 watts and one that's 100 watts.
Yeah.
You can get out of that thing 17 full iPhone charges out of it. I charged my iPhone. It took less than an hour, and the whole thing was charged up. You can plug your MacBook Pro, your iPad, your phone, all at the same time.
You can plug your computer into this.
Oh yeah, you can plug your computer and your phone and your tablet into it at the same time.
Yeah, I don't understand why he would have a problem with this. Well, I mean,
He was like, "What do you need? Just plug it into the wall."
I mean, of course you plug it in the wall, but some places you're not near a plug.
Right, or as I said, you have one wire because you don't need the computer wire anymore. It's a USB-C wire, so you don't need to bring the outlet charger with you wherever you go.
Yeah, the box.
Right. You leave it plugged into an outlet. You go upstairs.
Yeah.
You just bring that bad boy with you.
I mean, and plus you can murder your wife with this.
I mean, it's so.
I mean,
you could just throw it. Just throw it like a ninja star.
If someone breaks into your house, you could huck this at their head.
Absolutely.
And they'll die.
Absolutely.
Because it's very heavy.
You'd throw that in your bag, though, wouldn't you?
I would. All right. Can I be honest?
It's very heavy.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I have one of these.
Okay.
It's solar.
Whoa.
The back side is actually wireless charging for an iPhone.
Wow.
And for AirPods.
Wow.
And it is so much lighter than this.
But does it have as much power in it?
You can charge your iPhone, computer, and anything else probably, I think, 8 to 9 times.
Okay, I got double.
Okay, you got double, but you also have double the weight.
Okay.
And double the trouble.
It's not double trouble. It's no trouble at all.
It's not trouble, but it's heavy.
I'll tell you who's in trouble.
Mine is
anybody that crosses me.
Solar.
Because I'm going to hit them with it.
Solar.
Go ahead.
Solar. Mm-hmm. So the sun's out.
The solar thing. Sun's out, guns out.
Wireless charging.
And as long as the sun's out, you could literally charge forever then, right?
So you put it out in the sun, right? It charges. You could also flip it over and charge your phone, charge your computer at the same time.
I love that.
So I like it.
Yeah.
It's a little big.
It's big. It's heavy.
It's big.
It's heavy.
But here's the thing. Mm-hmm. I will say yes.
Yeah.
Here's why. Power goes out. Bomb goes off. Things happen.
Boom.
You know who's not going to be able to, you know who's not going to have a phone?
Everyone who doesn't have one of those.
You know Jim Norton?
He won't have, and there's no way he's going to have a phone.
He's going to have nothing.
Nothing.
He's going to go, the fucking electricity's out. Hey, what's going on? How much money I pay?
He's not going to be talking to anybody because his phone won't even work.
This doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that.
Yeah. And when I travel, go to a hotel, whatever, I don't need to bring a whole bunch of chargers anymore.
Well, can I help you with it? Because I'm the gadget king.
You're the gadget guru.
You could bring one charger, but I have one charger with 4 ports, 4 lines. USB-C for my gadgets that need that. Micro USB for the gadgets need that. And 2, not 1, 2 iPhone Lightnings. Goes into one high-speed little block, right? Mm-hmm. High-speed cord, charges 4 things: my AirPods, my iPhone, my DJI microphones, and there's another little thing that I need a micro USB. So I have one cord, one plug, 4 things.
Wow. Here's the other thing.
That's why I love gadgets, because you can mix and match. You find your dreams. If I want it, I want it to but I want it. If it only did this, and then you can find it. And some nerd somewhere is like, I made that. I wish I had my bag with me.
Yeah.
My new bag, because I have a little tiny thing. It's this big, right? You fold it open, and it hooks onto the tray table of the airplane, and you put your phone in it vertically or horizontally. And you can watch your movies.
Here's what I have come to really appreciate this about you. And I was actually thinking about it when I was listening to you on Rogan, and you were talking about, I don't know if you were talking about cigars or knives. I think it was when you were talking about knives and craftsmanship.
Yeah.
And how much you like it, right? I was thinking about, you are one of these guys, and I feel like I'm the same way too.
Yeah.
That just loves celebrating the things that you like.
Yes.
Like when you find something that you like, it's just like, you're not in the business of trying to find the flaw. When you're enjoying something, you're like, let's celebrate the fact.
Let's get into
that
it.
This is here. Are you the same way with watches? I feel like, you got me into Rolex world.
So glad you're in.
Because not only do you celebrate the watch, but it's almost a way of celebrating yourself.
Let me tell you something. Look at this is my other watch. Look at this.
I noticed it.
Look at this watch. Now, this is a Garmin Phoenix 7 Pro Sapphire Solar.
Oof.
This watch is $1,500, maybe a little more.
Steal.
These bands come off.
Customize it.
Quick release. They're off. So you can customize.
How do you get it? You get it off in a coof?
Like that. Quick. That's the word quick. If you had to make a sound for quick, ready?
Oh, wow.
That's quick.
That was so quick.
That's it. Yeah. Watch this. I'm going to take the band off. Right.
Yeah. That was.
I got red. I got orange. I got blue. I got white. This thing hooks up to my phone, tells me all my steps, tell me anything you want. Sleep, tells me how much sleep I'm getting, how much stress I have. I love this watch.
That watch tells you how stressed you are?
Yes.
How does it know how stressed you are?
I don't know. It's a gadget. Some guy invented it.
And you look down at the watch and it's like, no, Bobby, we good.
Yeah, dude. We got almost 10,000 steps already today.
Woo!
My heart rate is 60. Wow. I'm rocking.
Rocking and rolling.
Dude, that's it.
I love it.
Yeah, dude. So I love this watch. I love my Rolex. You know what I wore this weekend?
What?
I wore my Datejust Jubilee bracelet with my fluted bezel, blue dial.
Oh, let me tell you something about Robert Kelly over here. You're a sharer.
I'm a sharer.
You inspire me to be more of a sharer. You're a sharer, right? Because you go, don't worry about it. I got a Rolex guy. And a lot of people will tell you that, and it doesn't mean anything. I go, okay, like I'm willing to listen, obviously.
Right, yes.
I will never doubt a single word that you ever say, because you get one phone call to Mr. Rolex out there at Mayer's in Tampa, which is
in the nick of time on Instagram.
Yeah, he's great, Mr. Rolex from Mayer's in Tampa.
Yeah.
He hits me up, I hit him up, whatever. Hey, Bob told me about you, blah, blah, blah. Yep. I go, this is the watch that I need.
Yeah.
To this day, I've gotten it. Not only did he get it for me, my GMT.
Can I see it?
Of course you can. Oh my God. My GMT, and it's my GMT, right?
It's yours.
It's my watch.
Yeah.
But I've gone into other Rolex dealers, right?
Ugh.
And they look at my wrist and they go, and this is how I knew. I go into other dealers, they go, who do you know that you got that?
Yep.
Right? They
you can't get them.
And not only, and then I go into this Rolex dealership, right? Okay. And because the thing is, this is what you got to watch out for, at least in my situation, was I brought my wife with me to get my Rolex, which means it's not just going to be one Rolex in the household. We're going to need to get a Rolex for my wife. And by the way, she deserves it. So
100%. And you know what? By the way, it's an investment that she and you get to enjoy.
100%.
And then later in life, when you die, your kids get it and they'll sell it and get money.
Right. But we won't know because we'll be dead.
You'll be dead.
So it'll be fine. But I go into the Rolex dealership. I have mine. My wife doesn't have hers. And the Rolex guy goes, what'd you get? It was like, we went to Tampa and got it. Oh, Mayer's? They knew.
Of course.
They're like, Mayer's? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, well, they helped you out with that one. They won't help you out again. He's like, okay. A couple of days later, I hit up Mr. Rolex. I was like, this is what my wife really wants.
Yeah.
Date just, green, brand new. They hadn't even gotten any at the store when I first told him about it.
Yeah.
He hit me back.
Yep.
A couple of months later. I didn't bug him. A couple of months later. Hey, Sam, guess what I got?
Is it the best phone call ever?
It's the best. And it was just as good the second time when you just get a text. And you have that feeling when Mr. Rolex texts you. And he's like, yo, what's up, dude? And you're like, oh, is he just checking up on me, or is this the text?
Dude, when he called me with my Sky Dweller, and he goes, guess what it is? Guess what this week is? And he goes, it's your watch week. I went, what? He goes, it's in. We're gonna ship it to you. It's in. And she sent me right then. A photo came through. Dude, it was like I can only compare it to, and it was way better than when my wife told me she was pregnant. It was compared to, but way better.
Way better than.
Way better. I'm pregnant. That's awesome. Your watch is in. What?
Well, a lot of people get pregnant.
Yeah.
A lot of people get pregnant.
Yeah.
Not very many get Rolexes.
Yeah, a lot of miscarriages happen.
Yeah, they're all over. There's so many pregnancies. They have to pass laws.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For Rolexes,
Yeah. Oh my God.
they're tough to get.
Well, here's the thing with a Rolex. I love like these glasses. These are I can't see, I can't read, I need glasses. So I go and get stupid glasses and I look like every other jack off.
You don't want that.
And then I found this guy, Anthony Aiden. I'm walking in the East Village and I look at this little shop of glasses and it's what is it? Optometrist? Optometrist.
Yeah.
Hard word.
Yeah.
And I go in and this dude's in there and he's got these glasses that are just, I mean, dude, look at that. That's a different.
Oh yeah.
That's a different thing.
Yeah. You can feel it in the weight. You can feel it in the construction.
There's 500 of those glasses ever made. That's 262.
Like these are the type, if you sit on them,
Yeah.
they'll be fine.
Yeah, but also these will be worth money someday.
You think so?
It's like a Rolex. I got a box with these with a paper numbered. This is 262 of 500. This designer only made 500 of these. It's not like Bausch & Lomb where there's 9. You go anywhere and get them. So these, and I picked the frame. I picked the tint, and they transition into a purple. Like a darker one. Like I did everything with this guy. He talked to me about it. And then he custom fit them to my face. So they fit me. You know what I mean?
love that. Custom fit.
Right.
How luxurious. That's going back. You know what? And this is why it all comes full circle here, Bob.
Yes.
This is why it's important that we celebrate ourselves. This is what I was saying. I was listening to you. I was like, that's what it is. That's what's contagious. It's that Bob will celebrate himself. Bob has gotten to this place where he'll celebrate himself. And I figured out even further talking to you now.
Yeah.
It's that there was a time when all any of us could do was try to find our way into this system where somebody else would accept us enough to treat us like a god.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my God, yes.
No, that's not the way. The way is to do work that's good work.
Yeah.
That people like.
Right.
Get it directly to the people.
Right.
And then treat yourself like a god.
Enjoy your life. Yes.
Enjoy you
You're
are the
God.
god of your existence.
Well, all right, we're all going to hell.
This is it.
Yes.
We're all deities.
Enjoy it.
But yeah, don't wait. You know what? How great would it be if Hollywood gave me a pair of glasses that were fit to my skull? What if Bob gives me a pair of glasses that was fit to my skull?
Why not? And I love these are mine. My Rolex is mine.
Yeah.
My Rolexes, excuse me. That's plural.
Oh, yeah.
Not singular.
We're now a multi-Rolex household as well.
Exactly. I love it. Feels good.
And when you think about it, too, it goes back to our conversation about being like, this is it. You already made it. You sit back.
Yeah.
And you go, it doesn't matter what, congratulations to that guy.
Yeah.
Congratulations to that guy.
Everybody.
But by telling jokes,
Yeah.
you get 2 Rolexes on your wrist.
Hey, man, you know what, though? The first one I shouldn't have bought.
Probably not.
It was at the pandemic, dude. All my gigs were gone. But I told my wife, this is when you get stuff. This is when you go for it.
Why?
Because you will get it. if you
Right.
if
Show faith in
if
yourself.
if you wait to get the things that you want, or you wait to be happy, or you wait to enjoy your life until you get the money and get the fame or get the success, you're not going to get it.
Yeah, but don't you think there's a lot of people also, isn't that a little bit dangerous? Because aren't there also a lot of people that are not terribly skilled and actually aren't going to cut it? Like they will never gather an audience, that if they celebrate themselves now, it's like, that's a huge mistake. You're actually not going to make
I
it.
am not talking about those losers. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about talented people.
Oh, my mistake. I got you. You kind of have to know that, right?
Yeah. I mean,
like
know
be
your worth.
realistic. I mean,
Yeah,
some of you guys stink.
I got it. I have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Right.
We got it.
We got it. We're
Yes.
good.
Yeah, I mean, look, you got to know that yourself, but I'm just saying, if you got it, enjoy your life, because you'll get it.
Because then there are people that are like, no, I got it. And you're like, yep. And then they leave the room. What's he doing? He shouldn't do this. He shouldn't.
Oh, no.
This is a bad idea.
That's a great part about this business. It will filter the boogers right out of that drain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No amount of direct-to-consumer technology will make you good.
No, good. No, you're not good.
You're not good.
That's the way God would tell them if he came down. You're not good.
Why can't I get in? Oh, well, you're not good.
Yeah, you're not good. Yeah, I mean, look, man. Look, you go to like things like knives. People always give me shit because I like these Jack Lore or the Ray Mears. I love Matt LaGioio is a custom knife maker from I think he's from Cape Cod. He makes these my first knife I got was from him. He's on Instagram. He makes these beautiful, oh my God, knives. I've never used his knife that he made me, the first one, in like out in anywhere. It's a hunting knife. Someday I will, but I just love having this thing that this man made, and he sold it to me, and it's a one-of-a-kind item. You know, I have pipes. I got into pipes.
Of course you did.
I have an Italian pipe that is so beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just this. I can resell that someday.
But I just love that you went from like, you don't need all this shit, man. You don't need all these spoons
Yeah.
to being like, I have a one-of-a-kind pipe and a one-of-a-kind knife and one-of-a-kind glasses, a one-of-a-kind watch. I have a one-of-a-kind house.
Yeah,
I have a one-of-a-kind.
one of a kind. You don't need 9.
Right. You need one of each thing.
I like craftsmen.
Right.
I like people who make shit.
Right.
I don't like I like that stuff. That's this. I just like wood. This guy made me a humidor. I showed up at my show in Hilarities in Cleveland this weekend. He goes, "Hey, I got something for you." I go, "Yeah." I went up front. I go up front. He made me a custom humidor.
I'm the same way. I will always a one-of-a-kind, like well-made, handmade.
It says Killbox on it. So he put my special name on the top. The wood is like 5 different types of wood he made. Open it up. This guy made this. Man, there's another guy that just made me a mosaic. He's on Instagram. Let me see if I can tell you his name. I mean,
I know exactly who you're talking about. I follow him, and he makes these great signs. It looks like it's out of pieces of like of glass, like colored glass. I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen him.
Here he is.
Post it, and I just saw him post yours.
His name. Yeah, did you see that? I mean, this guy
It's
was
beautiful.
like Ted Munns, Munez Mosaic. This guy was like, "I'd like to make you something for your podcast. I love whatever." I said, "Absolutely." He made this piece. I can't even tell you how beautiful. It's like you can't put a price tag on it. You can't. When somebody does, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
And I love gadgets too. I was telling you about that thing that for the plane. I can't tell you how many people. Hey, where'd you get that?
Yeah.
Dude, I walk into electronic stores at every airport and they go, "Can I help you?" And I go, "I don't know yet." Because I'm looking for that thing I don't got.
Yeah.
I'm looking for that thing that didn't sell, that some nerd in China made that does weird shit, and I'm buying it. I'm taking it. I have so many of those things in my house, and I throw a lot of them away. but I enjoyed it.
Right.
I enjoyed the engineering of it.
Right. That somebody said this should exist.
Yes.
And now it exists. This table is one of a kind.
Yeah.
This is a man-made, hand-painted, pretty basic
Custom.
table.
Looks exactly like anything you get at IKEA.
Yeah. I mean, it's a box.
I mean,
yeah.
literally, I could make this myself.
But I drew it first.
You drew it, yeah.
I drew it.
Sure.
We made it.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yes.
Great.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's the things I'm into. That's the thing. Now, look, would I get, if I was a multimillionaire, would my gadgets become bigger? Yes. Would I have a whole fleet of cars? You know what I mean? Would I own a helicopter, even though I don't know how to fly it?
But I'd like to learn one day.
Probably. And if I become famous tomorrow, would I ever talk to you again? I don't know.
Probably not, though.
Probably
not.
Of course I would, dude. I would.
Look, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what the greatest thing made from scratch and delivered directly to consumers is.
Yes.
It's the new special Kill Box.
Kill Box right there.
Available on LouisCK.com.
LouisCK.com.
LouisCK.com. Directed by Louis.
Directed, produced. Leah, Brady. I got his whole the Emmy Award winning, Grammy Award winning people that did his special. The designer, the set designer, the sound guy, production. I mean, all these people did my special.
Incredible.
He put his whole team on it. Incredible. Mike Calta, my number one best friend.
Right.
Number one radio guy in Tampa.
Yes.
It opens up with his band.
Pitbull Toddler?
Pitbull Toddler, dude. Just gaga. Just chubby Tampa dudes with shirts with ironic goatees, so they give him a chin line.
Yeah.
Awesome.
yeah. Just manufactured jawlines.
Dude, gigging. And then this is when I was fat, too. Fat Bob comes out.
Yeah.
I was trying to get, if you look, that jacket, this whole thing is emulating my brain, Elvis's 68 special.
Right.
So I couldn't find a leather jacket
that would shut.
It cost $900,000 to kill that many cows. So my wife got me this little thing that actually was okay. But look at how.
God bless her heart, by the way.
Oh my God! Look at that belt. Look at the side. Look at you could see underneath my stuff. You know what I mean?
It was a lot. It was a lot, but it's good that we have that preserved in time now, because that Bob won't be back.
He's not. That's the final fat.
That's the final fat. And it would have been funny if you had dressed in a white fat Elvis jumpsuit when you realized that you weren't 68 Elvis, you were end of the road Elvis.
I was on the toilet Elvis.
Yeah. You were sandwiched on the toilet Elvis.
I should have dressed like dead fat Elvis.
Just sweating.
Yeah, coming out sweating, with like a scarf.
Yeah, mumbling through your jokes.
But it was really just McDonald's napkins.
Yeah, and you'll be able to fit into that leather jumpsuit now. So maybe the next special, you could do it now.
The next special is going to be about food and all the fucked up shit about the surgery. And yeah. I'm gonna. I'll probably wind up doing that.
Well, you have to come back when it's time to do that.
Well, I hope I come back first. We're going to talk about wrestling too. I'm into wrestling now. I'm back in.
You might have to come back in a couple of days,
dude. I'm back. I mean, this Jake Paul.
You like the Paul brothers?
Listen to me, dude. Triple H is
handsome.
But he's doing it again.
Dude.
He is
balls to the wall.
He is saying, I got this. Steph, I got it, mama.
Yeah.
Vincey, relax, have a steak sandwich. I got you.
Get yourself a sandwich.
I got you, Papa. Papa dog.
Yeah.
Right?
100%. I mean, it was one of those things where I thought it was like any other corporate thing where it's it'll probably be business as usual for a while, and then Triple H will start to kind of sprinkle some Hunter dust here, Hunter dust there. No. He's like, I got the wheel. Who knows how long I'll have the wheel for? Let's do every cool thing I ever wanted to do.
Who did the other people take from us? Come back.
Come home, baby.
Come home, baby.
Come home, baby.
Come home, baby.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And you know what? When it's Triple H making the call, you go, Okay.
I'm coming And then
home.
he says, all right, let me, how is, people, how do we, the internet, YouTube, TikTok, what? Okay, let me go get, Logan Paul is a genius too, because he's like, okay, I'm going to go become a wrestler.
Yeah.
He's jacked. He's as big.
But look, here's the thing about Logan Paul.
Yeah.
And I noticed this, and I brought it up on my wrestling podcast at during the match with Roman Reigns.
Yes.
He was in one of these positions where, because he does have that kind of hateable personality, that like love to hate personality, right? He was coming out like a baby face, but everybody was still booing him. So people were kind of like, what is, like, what? Here's the trick. He did the work. He came out and he wrestled his ass off.
What a great match.
Yes, to the point where like wrestling fans are like, because that's what you have to do. If you're an outsider, you come in and you show that you've done the work. Yeah. And you're ready to like, I'm going to make your ticket worth more than you paid for it.
Yep.
You'll have wrestling fans from that point on. And from, I believe from that Roman Reigns match on, the next time you see Logan Paul, he's royalty.
They Steamboat and Macho Man did.
Boom.
They Steamboat.
And by the way, and a lot of people are like giving Logan Paul a lot of credit, and he deserves it.
Yeah.
That also shows you how good Roman Reigns is.
Roman Reigns is great. Listen, I hail.
He's the head of the table. Do you acknowledge the tribal chief?
I acknowledge the tribal chief. I acknowledge the tribal chief. I mean, I'm the Papa King. That's my name. I swear.
I didn't realize.
That's my name, Papa King.
You're the Papa King?
Papa King. You have to say it right.
You're the Papa King.
Papa King. Hey.
Papa King.
And then bow your head, but it should be both hands.
Papa King.
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye, my brother.
Papa King.
Brother. Papa. And then you touch my hand.
Papa King.
Papa King, yes.
Papa
that's
King.
my name. I'm Papa. I literally have hats at my house that say Papa King. I make my wife and my son call me Papa King. Anytime we go on tropical vacations, I won't talk to them. They'll be like, hey, Bobby. Who? Papa King.
Yeah. Dad, can I? Who?
Who? Papa King. Can I get a strawberry daiquiri? The King
That's
sisters.
what I mean about you celebrating. You're just like, we're on vacation now. Now I'm going to be in Papa King mode for the whole time.
Papa King. The merch is available at comicwearables.com right now. Get your Papa King hat, your Papa King shirt. But I'm telling you, that thing where he had the camera, okay?
Oh.
And you had two angles, the camera, then you had the phone.
The frog splash from the top to the commentary table. He put it in slow-mo before he posted it because he knows how this game works.
Buddy, you're doing it. And that's the only reason. You know why they're doing it? Because the other guys, AEW,
right,
gave them competition.
And it's like
WCW made the WWE at the time better.
Yes.
And then Vince just fucking bought it and demolished it. Took the other one, Paul Heyman, come here, killed it. I mean, it's nuts.
Yeah. But then somebody else comes along and wakes the sleeping giant.
And who's what's his name's back too? Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt.
Dude, and what he's doing.
Mystery.
And
intrigue.
I don't understand it.
No, you wouldn't.
But I can't not watch it.
That's the point.
Dude, when he went up and he went, the guy interrupted him.
And you're like, well, I don't even know. Is that him?
He goes, I would like to take your head, but it's inside. Dude, let him do whatever the hell he's doing.
That's what he goes, hey, Triple H, I got this idea. What do you think of Uncle Howdy? Triple H goes, I don't know what that is. Go do it. Just go do it. Go do it.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back, baby.
I love it. We're going to have to come back and talk about this.
We will.
I'm going to let you go.
Yes.
Thank you for being so generous with your time.
Thank you for
Robert Kelly, anytime.
To being in front of your fans.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Anytime. Brother. We'll do it again.
Okay.
And congratulations on Killbox.
Thanks, buddy.